Louisiana versus all y'all. Jerit Roser here again with Andrew Lopez in what is such a historic moment in this YouTube channel. Cannot even get started on it. It's the first time I have had someone be a repeat guest. It's the first time I'm not in a Louisiana versus all y'all shirt. And that kind of lends to the fact that we're going to play a little NBA jersey game, which we'd kind of come upon, I guess, or whatnot after getting into a little bit of a talk of how much I love NBA jerseys. So it's also going to be maybe the least Louisiana versus all y'all, other than the fact that we're just
Probably so.
Who's more Louisiana than us, though? Like, you got two guys here.
Don't get better than us.
So what's been up, man? I'm going to get into this, but it's been a few weeks. It's been a crazy few weeks. How you doing?
Well, right now, at least, I mean, I'm good. Hopefully it'll be a lot better soon. We'll talk about that later. But we at least have a clearer picture of NBA life, of what that's going to look like, the bubble, the campus in Orlando at Walt Disney World, in wonderful Lake Buena Vista, Florida.
I was going to ask if I know you're a big, like, song, like show tunes and like whatnot type guy. Are you a big Disney guy?
Does that answer your question? There's an Naboo and then a truck from Cars right there. The funniest part is going to be being able to go to Orlando and then not be able to actually go to Disney, because it depends if I'm there. I don't know who's there. We don't know how they're going to set up media yet. Who goes in, who doesn't? Are you in the bubble completely? Can you leave? Like, all of that's kind of still to be determined. So we'll see. It, happens, but at least we have a clearer picture that we have 22 teams. The Pels are in. Zion is in the bubble for at least 6 weeks, going in early July, and then through the 8 games starting on July 30th. So it'll be fun to watch. It'll be fun.
Nice.
Lots of jerseys there.
Yeah, I think this will be fun to watch, certainly for anyone that knows us and probably a lot of other people too, if you like NBA jerseys and nonsense. So we were kind of back and forth just goofing off and talking about what to expect from this call. And then you started trying to guess which jersey this was that I'm wearing, which I said, all right, we're just going to start before we get there. And that's basically the game. This wasn't even one of the jerseys to guess. This is just one that I've been wearing a ton the last few weeks. But I have 7 jerseys here.
And to be so, before this started, I most certainly thought that was a Jerit jersey.
Does that help at all? Does the number?
No, it's a BD jersey?
It is not.
Who is one in the?
It's very topical.
Steven Jackson.
Yeah, so I've been wearing the heck out of my Steven Jackson jersey of late. One of the
only reason I thought B Diddy first was because I just saw a picture of the dunk the other day when he yammed it on Karolinko, and that was in my mind. But I would have swore it was the Jay Rich one.
Yeah, this would be a good version of the Warriors jerseys to have a Jay Rich of. That's definitely one I've looked into. I have at least one Baron Davis jersey from another team. I really tried to pursue the orange of this kind of Baron Davis in his 5 for a long time, and everyone that I end up talking to somebody about, they're asking more than I really want to give, or I just don't like the quality that they've kept the jersey up in. So I do not have a Warriors Baron Davis. I have for Warriors, I have this one. You've probably seen Tim Hardaway Latrell Sprewell. Yeah. Maybe you've seen my Steph Curry. And
that was going to be my next guess before you showed me the one. The one was that it was a Steph rookie jersey.
And then I have
people forget that Steph wore that jersey.
Mm-hmm. Well, they weren't very good yet.
No, and he had terrible ankles. So,
and then I have an Anton Jameson from the orange one in his 33 when he started. But the ones that count I tried to. You're an NBA beat writer, and so I tried to give you some challenging ones.
I feel like this is a more difficult situation for me.
Oh yeah, it's not. It's a no win for you at all. So we'll start here.
Eddie Jones.
Nice, Eddie
Yeah.
Jones indeed.
Yeah. Well,
I
all right.
love.
I feel better about the start of this game now.
I
knew
loved Eddie.
immediately it wasn't who.
It was not LeBron. Yeah,
I knew it wasn't.
I like it because people will assume it's LeBron, and then a lot of people who would assume it's LeBron will be confused as to who this Jones character is. But I loved Eddie Jones, like before the Lakers, in between the Lakers being Showtime and then the Lakers becoming Kobe and Shaq. I really enjoyed.
There was like a really good 2 years of Eddie Jones out there.
Everyone knows I loved Eddie Jones, and especially Nick Van Exel, and then Eddie Jones ends up in LA and then down in Miami, and that was a good one to start. Yeah, the greatest Miami Heat number 6 of all time in my book.
That was a good one to start because I think a lot of people would have immediately thought LeBron, especially that style jersey too.
Mm-hmm. I was hoping that starting with it might be more likely to throw you off than if I had used it later.
Oh so God, no. There's no. I knew there was zero chance that you had a LeBron jersey sitting around.
With all due respect, fabulous player, as Mike Strom would say in All-State voting, fabulous player, but yeah, I'm not a LeBron guy. This is somebody I enjoy. The first of 2 Hawks jerseys in this. It's a best of 7.
So I will say this. I did think before you pulled it up, I thought it was Mookie.
Oh, I wish. I wish I had the Mookie with the actual hawk and the different black and red gradient.
Is that Theo?
Mm-mm. I believe Theo Ratliff wore 42.
42, yeah.
And I know I have a Theo Ratliff jersey.
Is that Sharif?
It's not.
All right.
I think that's the best guess, the likeliest guess, because Sharif did wear 3, but so did Al Harrington.
I knew it was a big. I just didn't because I was like, it's not Steve Smith. I thought it was a big, and I was like, Theo doesn't sound right, but Sharif would have been okay. I'll take Al. Yeah, you're an Al Harrington guy.
Yeah.
Al Harrington making that money, man.
Al Harrington was on some of those really fun Warriors teams that I liked.
That's not J Kidd, huh?
It is not.
That would be not Thunder Dan. Not KJ. Who is one? Amare?
No, Amare wore 32 in Phoenix.
32 there. That's right.
And then one in New York, which is just this may be a hint that kind of helps, I guess, to at least tell you one person it's not. Maybe if you kind of catch on to some of it. Another jersey I really want that I don't talk about nearly enough is that I really want a Chris Childs Knicks jersey in number 1 that people will think is Amare, but is actually an old Chris Childs.
Is that Raja?
No.
Who is it?
So this is really just kind of not fair. So Seth Sabalos wore 32 and then went to LA and then came back and wore 1 for like a year or 2 back in Phoenix. And
I always just remember him in 32 for Phoenix. Yeah. That's why I was trying to figure out the 1.
And when I was looking for a Seth Sabalos jersey for a long time, I really wanted the 32. And then I thought, maybe people will think this is a Devin Booker throwback of some sort, like an alternate that they wore one time, and it'll kind of throw some people off there.
Very upset right now. That one threw me off way more than the Eddie Jones. Eddie Jones was easy.
That was so quick. I was shocked. You went Eddie Jones that quickly. Didn't even hesitate to know it wasn't LeBron. This one is not – I don't think as tricky as most of the others.
Jackson?
Who?
Not Paxson, huh?
No. It's a much newer, which is difficult to tell with the Bulls jerseys.
Yeah. I was like, I figured if you had a Bulls jersey, it would be a Randy Brown jersey.
Yeah, I wish.
Who was 5 for them recently?
So I don't know how many hints I want to give you because I want to win.
You're about to go up 3-1, it looks like. Hold on. So it's still Adidas. So it's not that new. It's not, no, because D Rose is 1. I hate you. It's not Ben Gordon, is it?
No. I did love Ben Gordon, though. I liked Ben Gordon a lot more than I like this guy. Shout out to Raymond Brothers clients.
All right. Here we go. 3-1 down.
All right, so you take that L. I don't know if these hints will help, but he is a very high draft pick. It makes more sense for me to wear his name than for you, and he goes to a school that you would also be more likely to rep this jersey than I would, or went to a school.
It's not Kirk Heinrich, huh?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I just figured that
that's a surprise for you.
Having a jersey that says Boozer to wear when I go visit Chicago is something that I couldn't pass up on for a really good price.
See, I would have blocked out any Duke player automatically. So I wouldn't have, you could have gave me a lot of guesses. I wouldn't have gone to a Duke player for you.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know that I have any other Duke jerseys.
I would assume not. I don't think you would.
There's not a lot of Duke players named Boozer.
All right. This is that Big Dog?
No, that's one I have also. That was actually
I know you have a Big Dog. That's why that's not TJ Ford. No, he was 12. Is it? That's not TJ. That's not the TJ Ford one, huh?
No, it's not TJ Ford.
But it's that team.
My Glenn Robinson as a kid is actually one of my more traumatic jersey experiences of my lifetime because I wore it to a school fair and a bunch of girls got me with silly string and I couldn't wash it out. And so as a young adult, I had to get a new Glenn Robinson jersey because they had ruined it. I felt like Godfather, like when they get Sonny, it's like, oh, my boy.
Oh, man. Props to you for being popular in fair times, I guess. I can't.
Yeah, this one's not so much a trick as just somebody that people wouldn't think about, but I really loved Tim Thomas. And so
that's a very you jersey.
Yeah.
That's a very jersey.
Decent players a lot more than I like great players. So I'll never have a LeBron James, but Tim Thomas, I'll probably buy one from every team he played for.
It's a lot of teams.
Yeah. This one kind of goes more – well, I'll let you guess.
That was – see, again, I know you've wanted a Mookie for a long time. That's Josh Smith? No,
that's the one people would assume. That kind of goes back into the theme of tricks.
I was like, because he would have wore that his like rookie year.
And it also kind of falls in line some with the Boozer dynamic in terms of just the name is good for the city and whatnot, but also just a very obscure jersey to own in general. I'm not even going to assume you're going to get this, but this was a Dion Glover.
It's amazing jerseys. How many do you have total? Have you counted like an exact number?
Um, I mean, this is not great YouTube count, but it looks. I got up to the mid 20s and was only into the M's of teams, so I think it's like about 50 somewhere.
Out of okay.
All right. And so you already lost this 7-game series, but this is one that I'd also chased for a long time and finally added. And one of the reasons why I loved it is for the same reason that some of those others are in here.
So it's not KG, is what you're going to say.
It's not KG.
So that's a champion, which means that is an old jersey.
Older than KG. Anyway, I mean, older than KG's, predating KG in Boston. Not predating KG in the league. This, I think, finally getting this jersey is part of what prompted this entire game in my head.
It's not Antoine.
No, I have him too. He was.
I know you have that one. That's what I'm going through the ones I've seen you in, and I'm like, he doesn't have. Oh my god.
I also saw a Jaylen Brown jersey for sale this week, and for a second I was like, is that D Brown? No, it's not. I don't want that.
No, you don't want that. All right, what was that one? Oh my god, you and I hate you.
That was a fun little stretch when Patino got to Boston, and they just started stocking up on rookie and second-year players and trying to basically treat it like it was Kentucky playing college basketball in the NBA. Like, yeah, we're just going to press the whole time. Okay.
Yeah, it didn't work.
So you got Eddie Jones, man.
That was the easiest one. I knew there was no chance that you were going to I could give you money, and I don't think you'd buy a LeBron jersey.
Yeah, that might be accurate. I thought about it because one of the few teams I don't have any jerseys of is the Cavs, and so obviously I want a Cavs jersey. But
I feel like your Cavs jersey is going to be like a Brad Daugherty or like a Larry Nance.
I would be content with those. The two that I've really looked into because I've seen them, but I just haven't been able to get them in a good size and at a good price. Tyrone Hill, and then Sean Kemp after the 3-team trade sent everyone everywhere, and then Baker went to Seattle. I really like the ugly black and blue jerseys. I saw an Andre Miller at one point, but it wasn't a good size fit. I've looked into some Brevin Knight, some Derek Anderson, Bobby Phills, and Chris Mills. And then
Bobby Phills has been the other one.
Yeah. I also the much older version, Larry Nance would be good, or I'm not sure what I've looked at some Ron Harper jerseys, but didn't really trust the quality, so I held off. But I have a real problem.
You do. Can't wait till we play this game again and I go 0 for 6 or 0 for 7. I'll take my 1 for 7.
I think just because of some of the fun of all those jerseys, there were other people that they could have been, and so I thought that was kind of like a fun lump those together. I think you'll do much better with other segments of my jersey population.
This was a terrible day.
So what's going on, man? You going to Orlando? You mentioned that, or
I don't know. If
you don't know if you're going.
Nobody really knows because you don't know the actual system. You don't know the actual the details yet. They're still trying to work that out. I know a memo leaked today from the PBWA, which we had seen like a week or two ago. So It's still kind of up in the air. We're just kind of waiting to see, what's exactly going to happen.
What's your overall, whether sense from the Pelicans or your professional opinion? We talked last time, they had really clicked, gotten healthy, gotten hot, and now we haven't done anything in months. What do you feel like is the sense of that team as they get a chance to get back to it here
I
soon?
mean, they're excited to be able to go. Obviously, they would have liked maybe a different format, maybe the 20-team format where you're ultimately in the bubble already, or you're in the playoffs already. You call it whatever you want, but they're set up to be able to make some noise. Losing the tiebreaker game to Portland doesn't help because Portland gets healthier, and the 4-0 advantage you thought you had on them isn't there anymore because of the percentage point, because they just happen to have played 2 more games and gone 1-1. Like if you would have not canceled that game against the Kings that night and won, you'd be, in the driver's seat. You're not now. So that part is a little disappointing, I think, for them. But Zion is ready. He's up and ready to go. JJ Redick's going to be ready. Ingram's going to be ready. Zoe's going to get back down here soon. So they're raring to kind of, get back out there and, try to chase down Memphis.
I think we're all just ready to watch basketball again at the end of the day.
God, I just want to watch hoops, dude. I was watching the 2K League last night on ESPN2. Like I want hoops. I want real hoops.
I can't bring myself to hop into the video game world of watching 2K or like the guys with the I guess Coach Doug's or whatever that's running NCAA. Coach Duggerton.
I watched a little bit of that the other night just because of his reactions. I've been that guy who's been in a Super Bowl or national championship and had a meltdown. So, but the 2K stuff, I played that a lot. So it all kind of fits. I just want real basketball though. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Good deal, man. Well, I'm glad we actually have some sort of a positive direction from last time, and we'll be able to watch basketball, and maybe you'll be able to sneak over and grab some Mickey ears or something. I don't know.
I'm just disappointed. This is a terrible day.
You'll do better next time, man. I promise. These were tough.
Shout out Eddie Jones.
Eddie Jones. I hope he sees this. He's like, those are my guys. He's Andrew Lopez, ESPN Pels beat writer. Not in the bubble yet, but hopefully in a bubble soon. Louisiana versus all y'all, Jerit Roser.